Hey everybody, welcome back to Control. We still have no idea what's happening, and that's probably going to be the case for quite a while. What do we got here? Visitor evaluations. Okay, how to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control. Established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We're proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment, the GPA. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Yeah, that sounds about right. Urban legends? Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We've additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using Redacted, our bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranormal phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on Redacted, a pair of scissors that consume human Redacted through two punctures on the Redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranormal realities waiting to happen. Refer to this report, or this file, for the full report. Well, I mean, once you see what's happening here, I'd be open to believing anything, to be fair. Weird. That might be some licensed music that's playing, but it's muted. Man. So this is like that pyramid thing that we saw when we were taking control of the weapon. Oh, hello. Whoa. Rangers. Oh, Ranger second class Pulaski? What the? Undefined reading? Weapon mod for ammo efficiency. Are these things we're just picking up on the ground? I'm not able to catch that right now.
Must cleanse control points.
Must cleanse control points. Okay, what did we just pick up here? Clearance level. You do not have a clearance level. Conceptual material, undefined reading. We picked up a weapon mod for a grip. It's reliable with semi-automatic fire that is deadly at short range and long range. Ammo cost per shot minus 6%. Okay.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. You did it. We did it.
Interact with cleanse control points to fully restore health. On death, we start back at the control point last accessed. Gotcha.
Are you still sane?
Speak with the voice in the safe room intercom.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual.
Pope.
Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even...
That's where you draw the line at unbelievable?
I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
So it's clear what our main motivation is, being our brother. And I'm sure we'll get some insight on what's actually happened to him. Okay. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house when the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement. The surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an obstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius, oddly specific. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology would be, or could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be Redacted. Refer to file this one for full report. Okay. We're just gonna live in here now. This is our new life. It's tempting. Cleanse the hiss corrupted agent. Okay, so we got the boardroom up there. Cafeteria, nostalgia department, communications department. Something back there we would want, but no dice on this door. It's weird. Clearance level 3. Just want to see how this works. Oh, we can fast travel, change outfits, and then obviously heal, right? So we don't have anything else. That's fine. Up here to Executive Affairs and Director's Office, but then we also have back in this section, the boardroom. Hello. Oh, cool. Are these... These must be previous directors, perhaps? I think that's Trench and then possibly us, but I'm not sure why that one doesn't get updated. House memory. Conceptual material. Do not have clearance level for these. Very weird. Okay, so at some point we're gonna have to revisit these things that we're picking up once we get the appropriate clearance levels. Suppose we can work around this side. Shatter projectile boost. So wait, this is saying exclusive to Shatter. Okay, so we might have to find something else. Another weapon type, maybe? Okay, see, look at that. So I guess let's go down and... before we get too ahead of ourselves. Wow. So we just instinctually know how to do that now?
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep.
Oh, she just... Oh, what?
Ripping it out rips them apart.
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe we hold off on that until we understand it more. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum, forever. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters, very similar. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear. perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file redacted for full report.
Jesse, over here.
Yeah, coming.
We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Feel you.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already.
No mention of the brother.
I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child?
Oh, so that's where it started.
It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us, or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone, a direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier.
Which
Keep an
means...
eye out.
Oh.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
That's the hotline. So the board is like this overarching, I'm going to say group, but it seems like more supernatural.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
Well,
The door to the comms department
You
is
have not
just
met
outside
me.
the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there.
okay, on it.
Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, we definitely want to hear about all of this. So, origin of the hiss. What do you got?
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
That's fair.
I'm with you on that, Emily.
And what about the oldest house?
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
So unless they want you to find it, you're not going to. And that's why they had the some of like the questioning procedures in that memo that we saw. And if you have any suspicions, then you take them into that psychological evaluation. I do wonder, though, how would somebody that they don't want to see it find it?
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense.
I mean, obviously.
Got it?
Totally.
Did she memorize this?
She's awesome. I like her. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, totally.
Thanks.
No problem. All right. And these HRAs, I'm assuming this is the vest, right?
So HRAs stop you from becoming
How do they
a
work,
hiss.
though?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one, it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Well, like, she kind of alluded to that earlier, too, saying that she got the sense that he knew it was coming. That's a pretty big
Thanks, Emily.
tip-off
I'm
to
sure
that.
I'll have more questions soon.
Just
Okay.
let me know.
So there's a few things that popped up here. What else is going on? So we have personal mods now. Health recovery on element pickup plus 20%. So I guess that's good. Energy recovery speed. Not sure what's better. We're not taking a ton of damage. I think I'll stick with that for now. Mission-wise, so you don't have any board countermeasures. Mission briefings. Emily instructs Jesse to find the hotline, an object of power in the form of an old telephone, to understand the messages from the dead director trying to communicate with her. They hope he can provide insight into the hiss invasion. Okay. And then it also gives us completed ones. Cool. Research and records. Portrait of director Zachariah Trench. Oh, I see. Okay, so we have the photograph and then we have the portrait. The only person you should fail is yourself. So much is expected from the director. Responsibility, privilege. All right, communications department. Where are you? Okay, so it's down there. So this thing does kind of lead us around a little bit, which is helpful. And I guess we'll use that as, you know, sort of triggers to also explore the area, because I want to find as much as I can before we head in those directions that it's asking us to. Shifted bathroom complaint. Oh boy. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. Rodriguez. I mean, understandably upset. Finding these things is crucial, although, you know, I can't read anything. So maybe one day. I'm assuming that all these radio stations are just copyrighted music. Huh. Technological restrictions. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redacted them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding their pockets while entering the oldest house. And that goes back to the thing that we found with the metal detectors, where they don't want, like, smartphones, smartwatches, smart gaming, nothing. Okay, cool. This is a level 4 clearance. Another memory. So we've got 3 of each of these. Huh. Okay, I don't think we need to go back out that way. There's a ton of these little receptacles around. And the crazy thing is, with the way that this place shifts around, you wonder if we're going to have to check some of these areas again because of said shift, you know? Yeah, right. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think we're pretty good to go through here now. Where was it that they wanted us to go exactly? Right here.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Personal mod for a health boost. Extra 15%. Okay. We'll see how this feels when we start taking damage. We might end up switching some of these. Look at how they sealed this one. Hello. Okay, we actually took a significant chunk of damage there. I have to see how, if possible, we can switch. Toggle side? Maybe? Yes. So in order to heal, we're gonna need to fight. So if we get into trouble, like running probably isn't ideal. Travel costs. Visiting the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, Elgato Blanco Inn, A+ Lodge. Expenditures, accommodations, meal, gasoline, minibar. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent Hines. The boys in the research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is just my ritual. All right. I love that they have a nostalgia department. Whoa!
It's overpowering here.
Okay.
You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
Hiss barrier. Yes. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. Okay. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? That is cool. We gotta get this health. So I wonder if that has opened it for us. Let's just grab all of these first. I wouldn't mind seeing some type of upgrade that lets us gather that health from further away. Havana summary. Altered world events. An auditory event occurred. So this is AWE number 48. So they're numbering them. This is in 2017 in Cuba. Auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off and embassy staff were transported to the continental US. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case AI-85. So these redundant or these basic items, like mundane items that can turn into these crazy things, really neat. Shelter service hatch. Oh, okay. No, it's killing me. What? Is that gonna... I don't think so, eh? Oh, this is so cool. We might be able to, like, run through there and grab something, but that seems risky, so we might... Oh, hold up. I don't think that's doing anything. Nope. Jeez. Okay, cool. I'll tell you what. Let's take a break here. When we come back, we'll continue heading towards the communications department to find the hotline. This is really cool. I'm liking this a lot. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are too. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now.